Alrighty guys, so I'm going to practice the power of inversions. So now when I'm talking about inversions, we're going to be in the key of C, right? We're going to be in the key of C. So let's say a regular C1 chord, right, is going to be 1, C, E, G, right? If I'm going to use numbers, I'm going to say 1, 3, 5. Now you may be wondering, where does the 1, 3, 5 come in? We're looking at the C scale, right? C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then back to 1 again. All right? So when I'm playing the 1 chord, it's a C chord. The reason why I'm saying that is so that way you're going to be practicing this method in every key. So if I'm saying C sharp 1 chord, right, 1, 3, 5, then that means I'm going to go to 1, right, the 3rd note on the C sharp scale, and the 5th note on the C sharp scale. All right, that's what I mean by 1 chord, 4 chord, 3 minor, and so forth. All right, when I'm doing the numbers, I'm talking about the notes on that scale. All right, so now here we go. All right. The goal of this video is I want you guys to practice inversions, all right? This is just my style of how I play, and inversions help you to be quick on your feet, okay? So I'm gonna play in C chord, and now, sorry, right here, 1, 3, 5. What's another way that I can play C chord, right? I can also do same numbers, 1, 3, 5, but you can flip them around. I can do 3, 5, 1. What else can I do? I can also do 5, 1, 3. Right? All of these are the 1 chord, but when we're saying inversions, we are flipping it around, right? Same numbers, but we're changing the order. So, one thing you could do to practice is you can do, right, starting in a C chord, and then play the C chord another way. 3, 5, 1. Play it another way. All right? And you can do this where you're walking back, up, and down. Do this in every key. So I'm going to be in the key of C. So I can do. All right? Then you're going to go to 2 minor. 2 minor, right? Now you're thinking, what's the 2 minor chord, right? It's D, D, A, D on the left hand, right? 2 minor. And I'm going to do 2 minor is 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. Okay? 2, 4, 6. So therefore, what's another way I can play it? 2, 4, 6. I can do 6, 2, 4. I can do 4, 6, 2. All right? And now just walk up. Now you can do 3, right? But I'm gonna do a 3 on the left hand, but you hear that major sound? Doesn't it sound like I'm still doing C, right? That's the benefits of inversions. So now 3 on the bass, and I can do regular C chord, right? Because I'm still hitting that 1, but a 3 inversion. Now I'm gonna send you a document pretty much of just listing out the notes and the numbers for you to practice in every key, all right? And to be a master at it, to be honest, which is something even myself I need to practice with, whatever that you can do on the right hand, do on the left hand. As you can see, even myself, I'm not. But the goal is to master. Your right hand should be able to do what your left hand does. All right? Now we're going to keep moving. Let's say 4 chord, right? 4 chord key of C, C, D, E, F. 4 chord is F major, right? 4, 6, 1. So now inversion, 4, 6, 1. What's another way I can play it? 6, 4, 1. 6, 1, 4. What's another way I could play it? 1, 4, 6. And you could walk up. All right, now 5. Now, 5 consists of 5, 7, 2. But you can play it 7, 2, 5. You can do 2, 5, 7 and walk up. Alright, 6 minor. That A, 6 minor. And 6, 1, 3. A, C, E. And I'm walking up. I can do 1, 3, 6. Same numbers, flip it around differently. And you practice. Alright? Now here's a challenge for you. Alright? What if I was to ask you to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, but when you're playing it for every chord, the melody is in the right hand? I'm going to give you an example. Alright? So let's say Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Now I'm playing with chords. I'm going to play it where the melody note is the last note on my right hand. Alright? Which means I'm going to have to play around in inversion. For example, twinkle. That's a 1 chord, right? Twinkle. It could be the 1 chord, but you see how my bass is the 3 inverted? You can still do 1. But look, that melody note is the last of my right hand. Right? Twinkle little. That's a 4 major chord. But look, the melody is the last note in my right hand. Alright? And I could go back to the 3, 1 chord, right? 3 in the bass, 1 major, 3 inverted. Well, 1 inverted, 3 in the bass. Alright? And just look. So the challenge for you is to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, where you're playing a chord for every time that you're moving. You're playing a chord for every time that you're moving, but let the melody note be the last note in the right hand. And this is a good opportunity for you to practice your rolling chords. So it sounds like this. Look how my hand's positioned. And I'm going to do it again. Alright. You see, so that's a good way for you to practice inversions. And one of the things I like to do just to conclude, there are times where I would position my hand where the last note is playing the melody chord. Sometimes I do it, sometimes it may be the middle one, but I'll show you an example. Look, you guys know this song, right? So make sure to practice this in every key.